The Ark of the Covenant has always been wrapped in thunder, gold-plated wood, cherubim facing each other on the lid, carried on poles because no one dared touch it. The Bible says it held the stone tablets of Moses, but the stories go further. Lightning flashing from its sides, voices thundering, enemies struck dead for standing too close. The faithful saw the hand of God. But what if it wasn't divine wrath at all? What if the Ark was an ancient energy device? Think about the description. Acacia wood overlaid with pure gold inside and out. That's not just decoration, it is a conductor. 2 golden cherubim on the lid, their wings almost touching, forming a gap. That sounds like electrodes across a capacitor. Priests carried it with poles, not their bare hands maybe. Not just for holiness, but because it gave off charge. Now picture the desert camp of the Israelites. In the tabernacle, the Ark rests in its tented chamber, hidden behind curtains. When the high priest enters, he wears a breastplate of 12 stones, a strange garment threaded with wires of gold, ritual clothing or protective gear. Ea protest, incense thick in the air, to mask ozone and smoke. The Ark comes, a low vibration rising in the silence. To him, it is the presence of God. To us, it looks like a machine in operation. The Ark was carried into battle, and enemies collapsed. The story says Yahweh fought for Israel. But what if the Ark itself projected energy microwaves, radiation, sound waves, something capable of stunning or even killing those nearby? That would explain why even Israelites sometimes died from mishandling it. Sacred object. Yes, but dangerous. Like a live battery in a world without electricity. And here's where it turns even stranger. Some rabbis said the Ark spoke. Was that voice prophecy or resonance? Vibrations from within, producing tones or even intelligible sound. Ancient people would hear a machine's hum as divine speech. Across native traditions, you hear echoes of the same. Stories of sacred bundles, powerful objects wrapped and carried by holy men, never to be touched bare. Some said these bundles could call storms, heal, de-sick or blind the enemy. Were they local memory of similar devices, smaller arks, so to speak, built or gifted in forgotten times? When the Ark was finally placed in Solomon's temple, it became untouchable, hidden in the Holy of Holies. Only one man entered once a year. Why guard a box so carefully unless it still pulsed with power? And when the temple fell, the Ark vanished. If it was just wood and stone, raiders would have plundered it, unless they couldn't. Unless moving it without the right tools was suicide. Some say it was hidden in Ethiopia, in Aksum, guarded by priests to this day. No one says it, but the guardians say it radiates heat, a power that can't be contained. Others claim it was buried under the Temple Mount, sealed away because its energy was too dangerous to release. So here's the possibility. The Ark wasn't just a symbol of covenant. It was technology maybe. Something handed down from a lost civilization, maybe even from beyond the stars. A portable generator, a weapon, a transmitter, something that linked its carriers with forces greater than themselves. Imagine if we found it now, dug out of sand or vault. Scientists would test it, measure it, and maybe turn it on. Lights might flash, hums might build, air might crackle, and for a moment, we'd stand where the ancients stood terrified and awed, unsure if we'd met God or a machine. The line between the two is thin. For people wandering the desert, any power that split seas, dropped walls, and killed armies was God. But for us, with wires and circuits in our pockets, it might be clearer. The Ark was built, engineered, designed, and if one such device existed, maybe others did too. Maybe the Ark was one of many sacred machines scattered across the world, remembered in myth as thunderbolts, Vaigu. Maybe our ancestors didn't just worship the divine. Maybe they were caretakers of forgotten technology. So the next time you hear the Ark described as a holy chest, think of it humming, alive, a dangerous treasure carried through deserts like a nuclear heart. Not just a relic of faith, but an energy device, built by hands whose names we've lost.